What's going on, guys? This is Revolution Ricky here at my house and in my office at Casa de Revolution. Here to do another unboxing, or should I say, an unwrapping video. I just got a delivery, and I already know what it is. It's to coincide with the concert I'm going to go see tomorrow night. As I've been saying in prior videos, I'm going to go see Judas Priest, Alice Cooper with Corrosion and Conformity opening up. And I just got this bad boy delivered. I'm going to open it up and let y'all see what I got. So without further ado, let's get on with it. It's only one thing. It's just to coincide with the concert tomorrow night. So here we go. At least it ain't a box and I'm not getting more paper. So here we go. It's the Deliverance album from Corrosion of Conformity. I'm not real familiar with Corrosion of Conformity's music. I had basically just don't know much. I think I've heard, let's see, clear the wounds, or whatever that says. I can't really see it real good because it's dark in here, but y'all can see it. I'm not real too familiar with this band, but I figured if I'm going to see them tomorrow night, I better get familiar with their music. I mean, I know of Pepper because he's from Mississippi, and he was in that movie by Metallica, Some Kind of Monster, where he was trying out to be the bass player in Metallica, but it didn't work, and he's still doing his Corrosion of Conformity. I'm not, like I said, I'm not real familiar with this band, but I wanted to get familiar with their music because with tomorrow night happening, I wanted to at least have something to, to be familiar with. So I'm going to pop this in the CD player in my bedroom and take a listen to it. Like I said, tomorrow night, I'm basically going with a buddy of mine and seeing Judas Priest, Alice Cooper, and Corrosion of Conformity opening up. From what I know, they're a very good band. I've heard bits and pieces of their music. So it's going to be a real interesting concert because, this time, with last year, what had happened with me and my friend, we went to the one in Mobile, Alabama, and it was to basically give the Mobile Civic Center a send-off because they were going to tear it down and build another one to attract more acts, and it's supposed to be open in a couple of years. Well, it would have took a while for them to demolish the building, but fate intervened, and they were already demolishing the building, but a snowstorm, a real bad snowstorm, it was a historic snowstorm because nothing like that had been seen since 1895 in Mobile, and it took a couple days for that snow to melt. And down south where I'm from, snowstorms are few and far between. I mean, they close everything. You don't go out, you stay home, and you rest because of the icy roads, because the cars are not built like that around here, and they don't know how to get rid of that stuff. I mean, my wife drove in that stuff all the time because she's from Utah, and that snowed constantly during the winter months there. But fate intervened, and as they were demolishing it, when the snowstorm hit, the roof of the Civic Center, they were already taking it apart anyway, collapsed the building, collapsed the roof, and they were able to get that cleaned up ahead of schedule. So fate intervened, and within the next couple of years, there's going to be a better uh, Mobile Civic Center or Mobile Auditorium, which will attract more acts to come and play at that theater. I mean, I had seen concerts there for years. My first concert I've ever been to was Donnie and Marie, where I was like maybe 5 or 6. There was the Teen Road Show, which consisted of a local band and it had members of TV shows that would come there. I think one was Scott Baio, who I really don't care for anymore because of his politics. Um, the other one was Todd Bridges from Different Strokes. And the main attraction was Lou Ferrigno from The Incredible Hulk, which I was a big fan of. And at the time that happened, I was in a wheelchair. I had a lot of hip surgeries. So we went and I sat in the front and saw Lou Ferrigno, and my aunt got me an autograph from him. I don't have that autograph no more. I wish I did. uh, and then later on, I saw wrestling there. I saw at the Expo Hall Jesus Christ Superstar. Then later on, I saw the Monkees, Motley Crue, Bon Jovi, and Skid Row. Motley Crue with Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue with Warrant, Paula Abdul and Color Me Bad, Cinderella, Nelson and Firehouse, wrestling events, Point of Grace, which was a ladies Christian band, group that I used to listen to. Let's see. Oh gosh. I think that was about it. I had not seen anybody else there, and I stopped going to wrestling events and concerts there in around the mid 90s to 2000s, and I had decided that was it. I would go to other cities like Biloxi and Pensacola to see concerts all the time, and the building was getting really, was becoming a shell of its former self. And the last time I was there was during the Judas Priest Sabaton concert with me and my friend, and it was a great concert. We liked it, but the building had seen better days, and it was. I mean, I really miss it. I wish they could have just salvaged that one, but there's some things that are beyond salvaging. Excuse me, cut me a break. And it was like I said, the building had seen better days. So tomorrow night we're heading to Biloxi, and this is going to be the kickoff tour for the co-headlining of Alice Cooper and Judas Priest. And I'm really looking forward to it. I really want to see these bands one more time, especially Judas Priest. I've seen Judas Priest last year. I saw Alice Cooper about 20 years ago at one of the casinos, but I never had seen Corrosion of Conformity. I had only heard about them by word of mouth, and I think my friend Tom listened to this band with Slayer. He was listening to Slayer, Typo Negative, White Zombie, all those bands that came out in the 90s that carried metal to a certain point, but was kind of like a industrial type stuff. And so this album came out in, I believe, 94, 93 or 94. I can't really remember. But I had heard about it, word of mouth. And I like albums like this. You hear from word of mouth, and you don't have to worry about how they were. So I'm looking forward to the concert tomorrow night. We're sitting down on the floor this time instead of up in the balcony. I told my friend, I said, you know, this is time I returned the favor, and we're sitting down on the floor. And I had bought the tickets in May, I believe. So when they went on sale, I said, well, we're going. Alice Cooper had come here this past March, I believe, and I wanted to go see him then. And I called my friend. I said, look, you want to go see him? And he goes, nah, I got to work. I said, okay, well, fate intervened again, and Alice Cooper is now playing Biloxi. And I said, well, I just bought his tickets. He says, okay. I said, this time we sitting on the floor. He goes, you're kidding. I said, no. And I told him how much I paid for him. Then he really got shocked because he only paid like $50. And I paid for me and him like $100 each. So, yeah, I didn't mind it. But anyway, I'm going to go listen to this. And I'll be back on here maybe later in the week or the new week and let you know how the concert went. Well, this is Revolution Ricky signing off. Keep spinning that vinyl and the CDs. And I'll see you all in the next video. And I'll let you all know tomorrow or in a few days how the concert goes and when I get my hearing back. So until then, peace.